Hey squirrel. Look, we got a lot of squirrels. Going for a march. It's feeling a bit moody. Wasn't feeling that good. So I'm gonna do what works for me. I'm gonna go for a march. Cross Sunset March. Still coughing a bit. Thank you, appreciate you. I'm gonna need to disinfect the hands because I touched the fridge. Rub, 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 R-U-B. Rub, rub, rub. Disinfect the fridge. And after touching the fridge, disinfect the hands. Have a donut. Cake. Gotta be careful with this because it expired. Greek yogurt, maybe eat it tonight. These. Now we can march. I have to put the gloves, it's a bit chilly. It's the chilliest march yet. I glove the hands. Look at the beautiful, beautiful trees. Look at that. It's a beautiful red. Isn't it beautiful? Mother Nature is indeed the greatest artist. Look at these big majestic trees. Trees 7 times bigger than me. I put the hairs on the goddess's body that dances with her brother the sun. Look how beautiful they are. This is the temple right here. Blue sky, beautiful clouds. This is my temple, the temple of my goddess who dances with her brother the sun, who gets one kiss from that starlit heaven. and that one kiss turns into 93 trillions of kisses, so I can make all my allies and armies, willingly allies and armies, rich. 1 million kisses each. Get vaccinated, get tested, increase in hygiene. I've been sick with COVID-like symptoms. I was still coughing this morning, but said to go get tested. If it was gonna get worse, I was gonna go get tested again. But I am double Pfizer vaccinated, so until the offer for adults the 3rd shot, I would have to semi-isolate. So I did isolate a few days, and even now on my march I'll stay as far from civilian citizens as possible, and would only go for what I need to in terms of the shopping. It's chilly. I'm going on the march. Due to being sick, my sleep pattern has been a bit disrupted. Although I'm used to, for many years I worked night shifts, so I'm also a night creature. As much as I love the sun, a sunny day, I don't mind the night. You can see more stars. During the day we have our king, our star. I'm gonna make it. I know I won't. I was gonna run, but it just turned yellow. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna do a little bit of stretching here. Look at that beautiful tree. Isn't that beautiful? Mother Nature indeed is the greatest artist, and I love autumn. I love all the seasons, but just the colors of autumn, they're so beautiful. And to me, this Mother Nature here, from east to west or north to south, wherever the sun rises, and of course at this moment in time the sun rises and the sun sets somewhere in the world, is the, look at the tree, 7 times bigger than my size, and that tree is just one hair of the goddess's body. The goddess, yeah, I said goddess, G-O-D-D-E-S-S. I'm gonna cross this other park. Beautiful colors. That's it. Exercise. That's right. The children, kids younger. Exercise, exercise, exercise. Train. Encourage them to work out, train, exercise. The youth. Teach them to not be ashamed of their bodies, to love their bodies. Hygiene, hygiene. Water, soap, get dirty but get back clean. And teach them simply that the body is a temple for pleasure and for purpose. And L-O-V-E in all its forms. Listen to this if you're with somebody. Not that I get any views and getting no views. Maybe that's why I'm upset these days. I'm getting no views, no likes. It's okay. I march towards the sun and I'm gonna enjoy this. I feel better already. Truly has been, is, and will be medicine and therapy for yours truly. I'm living in the worst financial crisis of my adult life. So confluence of elements. A worst case scenario, look at this beautiful tree. See? Look. It's 7 times my size. And that's the hair of the goddess's body. That's just one hair. The goddess that dances with her brother the sun. To make, create, and produce all fruits, vegetables, and legumes that our brothers and sisters, farmers, harvest for us to make, build, maintain, or upgrade civilization. Now I'm on the march. COP 26 special edition, Mother Nature, and for myself, I gotta say, because I need to march. This has been, is, and will be medicine and therapy for yours truly. I believe it is also for many. But we'll stay away from civilians as much as possible. And yours truly, Adrian H. Dragon, who died during COVID and being reborn with every step. I'm wearing steel toe boots now. The steel toe boots which I've found, retrieved, and I've immersed and washed for 3 days in water. I'm wearing steel toe boots. Work boots, steel toe boots. See? Steel toes. I've been used to marching on steel toes for years. For world peace. For myself on a fitness journey, lost more than close to 80 pounds now. Keep on saying 77, but now is a bit more than 77. Now it's a bit more. Look at the beautiful trees. So many colors. Trees, green, yellow, red, like the rainbow goddess bless. Sunrises and the sun sets. Yellow, green, red. So now it's more. It's more than 77, so. Feel like jumping on that. I gotta check if it's safe first with the feet. I admit I did it a week ago when I came back close to my place. I did it. I jumped in the pile of leaves. I checked it first with my foot. Tack, tack, to see if there's no rocks or hard sticks, and then I jumped. It was a pile like that, pile of leaves like that, just jumped in it. Why not? I gotta check it, inspect it first, see if there's no, it can be shards. It was a pile just like that at the corner of another street, and just felt like doing it. Gonna take a bath when I get back. Still got phlegm in my throat. The breathing was not that difficult. It was mostly coughing, phlegm, runny nose, and a sore throat. So But these are part of the symptoms of COVID. And when I said, since I am double vaccinated with Pfizer, I encourage everybody to get tested, to get vaccinated. Maybe a third dose is necessary to make it fully efficient. Right, like when I say for my systems that I set up design around Hawk Island, you gotta have 3 to have a system. Because 3 different elements, whether quantitative, in quantity, the amount, or in quality, or in characteristics, put together, one with different quantities, characteristics, or qualitative, plus another one different in quantity, quality, characteristics, and plus a third one different in quantity, characteristics, and quality. Makes it a system when you have 3 different elements put together, right? That's why when I designate the rocks, gotta have 3. Look at that beauty. Isn't that beautiful? What a beautiful red. So that has turned from green to red, which of course, green is the official color of the green is the official color of the Dancing Goddess Army, and red is the official color of the Dragon Army. So green and red respectively. And the Phoenix People's Party, the anti-war, anti-poverty, anti-racism, pro-love, universal revolutionary centrist party, is of course rainbow. Is of course rainbow. Look at a beautiful yellow. Just gorgeous. Colors of autumn are truly divine. And that red at the corner is just gorgeous. Isn't it amazing how from green they turn red, right? Red, yellow, orange. That is just beautiful, see? Wow. And those ones there too, wow. Feel much better now. Takes me a few minutes, 10, 15, marching, starting exercising, I already feel better. It's medicine and therapy for me, as I believe it is for many. That's why since I've started my fitness journey years ago in my underground room house and temple, have been advocating for the mass financing of working out, training, exercising, especially from the NFL, National Football League. That was Halloween decorations. NFL, they want to go back to business, keep watching multi-millionaire athletes, football players, multi-millionaire hockey players, multi-millionaire basketball players. I'm disappointed, I'm upset that during COVID they haven't announced, since our most financially privileged of the society's mass financing of food security. Look at that beauty. That is beautiful. That is truly divine. Of food security, transport, rent. Right, since our society, since 1984, I've blessed them. When I made money, I bought the gear. I purchased myself the hats and the gears. Thank you. The hats and the gears from the respective sports. I'm not gonna say which ones, but right. Since 1984, they have been making millions average salaries, right, to play a sport. They're talented, they did work hard, a lot of them. Sure, I'm seeing also the owners, and the big corporations. Mass finance, food security, housing, the rent, the transport, and to that trinity, food, housing, transport, to add the fourth dimension of the hygienic products. What's needed for COVID, while encouraging all to work out, train, exercise. Living in the worst financial crisis of my adult life. My rent's paid until November, they can't kick me out. I got food for a few weeks, 2 weeks, maximum 3, and got some emergency stashed, which if I ration it, could last me a few more weeks. And I'm planning to get one of the cheapest, most affordable, least expensive on the market. And news of the main goods, milk, butter, increasing on the horizon. Personally, I don't want to go back to nothing pre-COVID. Nothing. Let my dust be turned into white ashes when the sun rises, midday, sun and sunset. And now the sunset, of course, is happening here in Hawk Island, Montreal. It's 5:44 p.m. EST, and the sun's about to rise. Sun's about to rise over the, well, it's 6 p.m. here, it's 3 p.m. in the afternoon on the west coast, right? Because it's 3-hour difference. So in Vancouver, BC, Seattle, California, it is 3 p.m. So it's still midday and much warmer, especially in California. It's about 6 degrees here. Although with this on my head, getting a bit warm. And as I'm marching, my hands are getting a bit sweaty. But so maybe we're gonna put them back later. Opening, carrying my disinfectant, hand sanitizer. And now we're kind of marching transversely. I'm marching east, east, east. I'm gonna turn north and then roundabout, close the circle. My room, office, and temple. I'm going east now. I'm gonna go north. And I'm gonna go west and south. And then roundabout. So this march is dedicated to the, I needed it, of course. I was feeling moody. Haven't gotten commission work, haven't gotten financing, haven't gotten money donated via PayPal or offered. So I'm already in the red, in the minus at the bank. So perhaps that was a factor. Mainly due to that, upset that I can't afford a massage therapist. Is working out, training, exercise. I'm looking for volunteers. Whoever wants to volunteer to exchange a massage. Yours truly, Adrian Hanna Dragon. Dragon Zero. Comment, DM my official volunteer representative. OVR, official volunteer representative. Official volunteer representative. Red Yell, I yell work. Will instruct, direct, respond, or bless you in my name. 3, 2, 1. I made it just in time. Put the foot. So for other reasons as well, kind of know as a personal reason, my financial struggles, my craving, lust, desire to get a good fucking hard fucking head to toe fucking massage therapy. I can't afford it, but what I can do is do it in exchange. 19. Oh, we got plenty of seconds. Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Beautiful sky. It's not only to receive selfishly, but to be balanced and also offer. I'm open for business. I can write, can read, can dance, can cook, can massage. Can massage, can kiss. That was beauty too, see? Tiny bush. Turn red. So I'm open for business. Marching now east, east, east. That way is east. Approaching my old neighborhood. I'm grateful though. Gotta say my gratitude. I'll be happy, joyous now. I'm marching for a cause, for a purpose, and for myself too. For myself also. Beautiful red sunset. And how many people are suffering and struggling with XYZ? A lot. Maybe a lot of them that I've just seen now driving, they're they're also going through suicidal depressions as I have been through. I can only offer them love and massages and kisses and washes, but I can't offer them that. And working out, training, push-ups, marching, giving them pleasure in the body. The body is a temple for pleasure and for purpose. Made it on time. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes. And now we're marching north, north, north. That way. See? Marching towards the sunset. This is kind of where I mark my old neighborhood, because that building there is the embassy of Cuba, the Cuban embassy, the country, the island, Cuba. I don't see the flag now. Usually it's wrapped around because of the wind. But the flag is there, yeah, that's still the embassy of Cuba. It's been there for, I think, since 1984, has been there. Or maybe even before, 1963. So, usually kind of mark the beginning of my old neighborhood from the embassy of Cuba to where I am now. I could say it's my own neighborhood. Côte Saint-Luc, CSL. I feel much better. I was moody, upset. Man, I didn't feel too good. It's okay not to feel okay sometimes, you know. Feelings, emotions, they matter as logic and mathematics. They can work together. Like I've said in past lectures, rants, rapping on philosophies. I don't know what that was there. It changed now. It was a grocery store, Eastern European grocery store there. Seems like it's closed off. For something else. I feel much better. I'm sweating a bit. I'm gonna take a bath. Wednesday bath. Usually I take one bath, minimum a week. So tonight it will be a bath. Make me feel even better. Oh, I'm feeling a bit better. I'm sweating. Truly is medicine therapy for me, and I believe it is for many. Working out, training, and exercising has been, is, and will be for me. And I think one other factor which I was moody, angry, a bit upset. was the fact that a lot of the leaders yesterday I was listening to, and I actually filmed it's still going on now for a few 3 minutes, my video that nobody watches on YouTube. I'm just documenting my fitness journey, the COVID times, working out, training, exercising, my philosophies, my passion, my spiritual, philosophical, and psychological teachings and theories. And I did the video while watching the COP, the COP26, the climate change panel, the United Nations Climate Change Conference. 26 because it's the 26th since 1993 or something. And yes, it was supposed to be last year, but it got postponed. I won't make it. Thought I was gonna make it, I was gonna run for it, but this was 3, 2, 1, and I didn't want to get honked. I was gonna get honked. So I said, I'm not gonna get honked. I'm just gonna wait and stretch until the next light comes, so I can cross to the other side. There, see, I'm at the intersection here. Intersection, my old neighborhood, Queen Mary and DeCarry, Queen Mary, and below there is of course the highway, which where I'm going north, and that way is heading to the border, the other way which I came. So I was upset yesterday. I was seeing the leaders of the free world. Oh, there's my turn. They have to read off a piece of paper. So I got upset, triggered, angry, disappointed. I said, do I really have to read that from a piece of paper? So do you really have to read that off of a piece of paper? So I got upset. You can see it in the video. I get upset, angry. They keep going like this, reading from a piece of paper, looking up. Said, do you really gotta read that from a piece of paper? Leaders of the free world. So I got upset, got disappointed, angry, moody. But I was working out, training, exercising with my holy, sacred, divine bottle of water. Big bottle of water, it's not just a bottle. It's a barrel. B-A-R-R-E-L. A big barrel of about anywhere between minimum 42 pounds and 50 pounds. I'm a bit sore. So I was training my upper body yesterday, and today we're gonna balance by doing this more than 3-hour march on this Wednesday. this Wednesday. Beautiful sun, beautiful sunset. Marching towards the sunset. So we're gonna march north, north, north. We're gonna turn west. Something that a march, the trajectory, the itinerary which we have done before. Maybe not in the exact same way, but close. So we're gonna work out the lower body today on this steel toe boots march. Imagining scenarios, envisioning perimeters of securing food, housing, and transport by the Dragon Army, which of course I'm calling the creation thereof, just like envisioned in my scenario. Oh, gas has been going down for 1 cent. Worst case scenario, gone down 1 penny, 1 cent. Now 1 penny, one penny, 1 cent. Still high. Yikes. Let's see what I've retrieved here. Two halves of a sandwich, different breads, different types of breads. Smells good, smells good, smells good. Gonna wrap it. Holy, sacred, and divine food. This was made, created, and produced by the dance of the goddess with the brother, the sun. And what am I gonna do? Disinfect. Tack, tack, tack. See? Disinfect. Hands 1, 2, 3, and then this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. It's disinfected. The hands are disinfected. Now we can keep on marching. See? And this, worst case scenario, would have given me 1 more day of food if I wouldn't have had any. To get out of more food, to go save, do some work, be of service to the Dancing Goddess Army or to the Dragon Army, to my allies and armies in that solution, by this holy, sacred, and divine food. Let's roll. Sunset, stunning red. Red in rising, red in setting. The official color of the Dragon Army is the color red, as is my favorite. And I'm wearing both the official colors of both the Dragon Army and the Dancing Goddess Army, which are complementary covenant cooperative institutions, which I'm calling the creation of, in order to attain world peace, international justice, global freedom. Securing, ensuring global freedom will be the mission of the Dragon Army. Marching towards the sun. Steel toe boots for myself, because I know what works for me when I'm moody, upset, angry. Push-ups, marching, exercising, training, squats, hawks, and dancing. Matter of fact, I'm gonna bust a dance move now, since I'm not gonna run for it. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna bust a dance move right here. Bust a dance move. Now we can go. Beautiful sunset. Reddish, orange, and the sky is a beautiful blue. Beautiful sunset. Mother Nature is the greatest artist. Mother Nature is the greatest artist, and as the sun rises now, I'm in the sunsets over Hawkeye and Montreal. The sun is rising. In another part of the world, sun is setting here, Hawkeye Island, Montreal, and is rising over Japan, Tokyo, over Seoul, Korea, Beijing, China, Melbourne, Australia, New Zealand, Jakarta, Indonesia, Hanoi, Vietnam, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, Bangkok, Thailand, Singapore. Sun's about to rise, slowly rising over those countries. Now I extend my invitation to the Dragon Kingdom. And although I'm living in the worst financial crisis of my adult life, for the Dancing Goddess Empire and the Dragon Kingdom, and the Dancing Goddess Empire and the Dragon Empire are one empire under the sun and the stars on earth. I get credited from the goddess of starlit heavens, sky blue, beautiful blue. 93 trillions, not billion, not million, trillion. Trillions. 1 trillion has 12 zeros. 1 trillion has 12 zeros. 1 trillion is 1,000 billion, and 1 billion is 1,000 million. So 1 trillion is 1 million million. So I get the credit, interest-free credit. 93 trillions of kisses. So I can make all my allies and armies rich in kisses. Is that what I gotta do for world peace? I gotta do kisses, wash, massage, kiss, hug, clean, dance, sing, cook. Do art, rap, meditate, star count, salute the sunrise and the sunset and the midday sun and the midnight sun, and more kissing, more hugging, more washing, more cleaning. Well, for my allies and armies who join me for world peace, international justice, and securing global freedom, I can do all that. Open for business. Primary business is the business of the Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Kingdom. And the Dragon Kingdom is one with the Dancing Goddess Empire. There's a nice goddess green. Hello. Just went around them. A little child in between them. Don't know. Whatever. It was a little child in between two persons, so just ran fast round about them so that don't disturb them, because the child is learning to walk. So I love children, don't have children of my own, but I'm in the process of writing children's books. and hope to get published. Oh, it's my turn. I wrote a few already. Ideas, paragraphs, a few stories, mostly by oration, communication, dictation. And one of my favorite volunteering is to read animate for children. One of my favorite. Volunteering to do. Put a little bit of time out on that since I was sick, I was coughing, I was COVID-like symptoms, and from what we hear in the news is that some people, although vaccinated, can still get it and transmit it. So maybe as we work to improve the vaccines, or maybe I got 2 doses, Pfizer. Maybe a 3rd dose is necessary. And so maybe a 3rd dose is necessary. We're just learning, and with the mutations, the variant of concern from news from Israel and the United Kingdom about AY. AY 4.2 is that it's a virulent strain. More easily transmittable, and it's severe. And it's severe. Beautiful blue. Look how beautiful it is. I love this sunset. Blue, light blue, shades of blue. Now there's the Dragon gym right here. See beautiful, beautiful blue. It's marching for myself was a bit moody, moody, upset at many leaders of the free world having to read off of a piece of paper to show their, I understand if it's statistics, numbers, CO2 emissions, but love for Mother Nature. Look, right now I'm in Mother Nature and civilization. See? Beautiful sunset. Mother Nature, the greatest artist. Although living the worst financial crisis of my life. Adrian H. Dragon died during COVID. Being reborn, yours truly, Dragon Zero. Priestess of the goddess HNH Hana. Androgynous pansexual founder of the Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Empire. Which are one empire under the stars, under the moon, on earth. For world peace, international justice, and global freedom, securing global freedom, attaining harmony between civilization and nature. What I gotta do? Start kissing the trees. But I also understand to those who are employed in the industries, we gotta offer them some alternatives, some pleasure. Give them some massages, give them some washes, entertainment, food security, right? Because I understand it's egos, and it's when you're down, when your livelihood is threatened, when you don't got food security, it's not easy. There's pressures. What do you do? What can you do? My allies and armies, I can do. I just blah blah blah. Thank you very much. You're repaying in kind, eh? It's very nice of you. You wanna, or you're not going to wash? Yeah. You gotta wash your hands like this. R-U-B, rub. You intersect your fingers and you rub between your fingers. You disinfect. Now the hands are disinfected. People don't do it, see? No, they go to the bathroom and I wash their hands. How many I saw going in and out? Counted 7. They didn't do it. And there's one there at the exit, one there. Cases increasing. Well, we're gonna go another lockdown. I gotta tell you, start rapping, make a rap song. Wash your hands. Wash your goddamn hands with soap and disinfectant. I gotta tell them to wash their hands. Gotta tell them to wash their goddamn hands. Gotta spell it out. W-A-S-H. Wash. I'm not perfect. I love to get dirty. I get back clean too. What do they offer? Ain't got no farms. Ain't got no farms you can't eat. What do they do? They just gossip. Gossip and complain. Just got some garbage to discard. Discard it at first sight. They pretending to be on the phone. See, look at that. It's right there. Inspect. Does it have some in it? Has nothing in it. It's got to be replenished. It's got to be replenished. It's empty. See? Wash your goddamn hands. So that's the one for the exit. It would have been better to be here, in my humble opinion. And now what am I gonna do? I'm gonna use my own. See, because just do it in and out. So you got my own. Pack, pack, pack. One sip. See? A bit too much. Rub, rub, rub. RUB. The palms. In between the fingers. Lock 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Between the fingers too. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. There we go. Disinfected, clean, ready to rock and roll. And we rock and roll now. We're gonna rock and roll back to that way. Roundabout here. I counted the people, so a few didn't do it on their way out. I don't know, did they do it once inside? How can we know? We touch so many things with our hands, right? Now I noticed their hands weren't wearing gloves. I'm not perfect, I can do better. With the variant, we could be going for another lockdown anytime. Next week. For all we know, the worst can be now, can happen, start happening now. Tomorrow. A new variant, more virulent, more powerful, more destructive. And can spread. Wash the hands. Microbes, germs, bacteria, disease. A bit disappointing. I give everybody the benefit of the doubt. But what I saw is they didn't do wash your hands. And coming in, and a lot of them going out. Now the last one, when I exited, I tried it, there was none in it. So that needs to be replenished. People who work there, I understand, their salaries are not the best. I've worked in jobs where salaries sucked. I'll get a raise after a few years, you get upset. And somebody needs to have a reminder, there has to be a system. Whose shift is it? How many times does he gotta check? Well, I would assume once in the morning, once in the afternoon, and once at night. Right? That will have to check. depending on the quantity and the people that use it. Sometimes the circulation is more, so we gotta discern, gotta have the information, the statistics, right? It's a nice red chairs. I have just left my old neighborhood, and I entered a new neighborhood called Hampstead, which is more affluent in terms of commercially, financially, economically, not necessarily by talent or merit or karma, but in terms of financial upper class, middle. Nice houses, I gotta say. I don't own any property, but a few clothing items. Millennials like me, I'm a millennial, more struggling financially, more struggle, out of the reach, supposedly, not of all, not generalized, but of many millennials, houses. Of course, my principle, Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Kingdom, Kingdom of the Dragon, Dragon Kingdom and Dancing Goddess, and the Dragon Empire, one empire under the stars, under the moon, on earth. Give my allies and armies kisses, hugs, rubs, massages, wash, dance, cook, clean, push-ups, read, write, create, do art, create. On the march now. Trinity, for myself, for Mother Nature, the greatest artist. I see the beautiful trees here. So COP 26, but indirectly, because there are meals there in Scotland, lunches, dinners, brunches, and breakfast cost more than mine did last night and the night before, which is $1.56, which will be the exact same cost of this meal when I get back, which is going to be constituted from a bag of crackers, 3 scoops of mayonnaise, a can of tuna, and some kale sprinkled about it. 4 ingredients, which is about $1.56. So less than $2 my dinner will cost. I'll have some biscuits later after this march. I'm gonna have that tuna salad, but I don't have to prepare it there. Leaders of the free world, they read from a piece of paper. They're well taken care of. I'm not concerned for them. So this march is dedicated. I need it. Always feel better when workout, train, exercise. And of course for the COP 26, which is of course indirectly with environmental concerns, with the Dancing Goddess Army. It's primarily, its vision is to attain harmony between civilization and nature. Dancing Goddess Army. Look at the beautiful stars. The Dancing Goddess Army, primarily dedicated to attaining harmony between civilization and nature. Attain harmony between civilization and nature by the Dancing Goddess Army, officially titled International Integrated Dance League, in order to organize mass dancing events across the world for the mass cleaning of the oceans, rivers, waterways, lakes. Thus, to attain harmony between civilization and nature. Attain harmony between civilization and nature. By organizing mass dancing events in order to mass finance the cleaning of the oceans, rivers, waterways, and lakes. Complementary covenant cooperative institution to the International Integrated Dance League, aka the Dancing Goddess Army, which has the official color green, will be the Dragon Army, officially titled International Citizen Integrated Social Security Force, aka the Dragon Army, which has the official color red, of which I'm wearing right now. So red and green, complementary covenant cooperative colors and official colors of the Dancing Goddess Army and the Dragon Army, and the Phoenix People's Party, the anti-war, anti-racism, anti-poverty, pro-love, universal revolutionary centrist party, not fascist, not communist, but a universal revolutionary centrism. It's not democratic fusion. My theories of which I've written many past years of struggle, pain, of suffering, dealing with chronic illness, disease. It's like the pestilences of the world came upon me, dealing with depression, loneliness, precarious employment, financial stress and struggle. Have nonetheless, many years of struggle, made the libraries of the city of Montreal my second home, and the books became my friends. Thousands of books I've read, and I've written thousands of pages of philosophy, social, economic, financial, spiritual theory, poetry, songs, short stories, ideas for scripts. which are now given, have been giving in the past days, weeks and months, and will be giving in the coming days, weeks and months in a compendium, as yours truly's Adrian Dragon, my rants, my discourses, my lectures, my rap, my poetry, as a universal revolutionary centrist. And democratic fusion, which embodied the social, financial, and spiritual philosophy of the Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Empire, which are one empire under the stars, under the moon, on Earth. And this mission, general mission, is attaining world peace, international justice, securing, ensuring global freedom, and attaining harmony between civilization and nature. How? Solutions. Putting into practice my theory, which I've written in the past years, as I've said, of struggle, suffering, pain, putting my theory into practice. A theory of debt refusion, which was written in a few, I think it was 61 pages in total. Gotta find it on my USB key, and since I'm in the process of cleaning, reorganizing my room, office and temple, I'll find written. Some of it I lost, but nonetheless, the compendium summary of it, of debt refusion theory, is this, and this is the how, the what, the part of it. So debt refusion theory put into practice. My debt refusion theory, taking all private and public existing debt, locally, nationally, first in NATO member countries, calling Israel to be the 31st member of NATO ASAP, and all those willingly loving in Latin America, South America, the Middle East, Africa, and extending the hand of peace from the east to the west, the north to the south. And so, debt refusion theory is taking all existing private and public debt. My private debt is 10,000. If private debt would be represented by the letter X, let's say if I'm X1, you are X2, and there's hundreds of thousands, millions, tens of millions of X's. Across the world. Taking that number, whatever it is, by adding all the X's together, so my X, $10,000 plus your X plus all of the X's combined will give us the number. If the letter Y, as in yesterday, represents the public debt, as the X represents the private debt of individual citizens, taking all the Y's together. So if Y1 equals Canada, Y2 equals hey, it's red and green, providential. I wonder what goods are being transported here. What goods? So part of the Dragon Army is, of course, to secure food, housing, and transport. And this, which builds, maintains, or upgrades civilization, would be part of it. Food, housing, and transport. The three essential elements. I'm gonna do some squat hogs here to honor the train drivers who are somebody's operating this train, and I'm gonna do some squat hogs for him or her or they or whoever, workers whom without whatever's being transported, I'm suspecting maybe grain or food in this big train. Gonna do some squat hogs for them. Give them, send them some love and energy. It says Kansas City, Southern, the Mecca. Kansas City Southern Lines, it says. And there's graffiti on them, and it's a big train. Do some squats. It's a big one. Sending some kisses and some love to the operator who's driving this train. He's going east, east, east. And of course I have 1,011 questions about what's being transported, or maybe nothing big, or it's gonna be loaded, but it's a big train with different wagons. But now it's stopped, so we're gonna keep on marching. But it's a really big one, and some, not all, now it's the other ones are yellow, so you can see the other ones are yellow, but some of them were, of course, were green and red. Some of them were green and red. So of course, my advocacy calling is for the Dragon Army to, of course, secure food, housing, and transport. Food, housing, and transport. Trains like this one would be an element for the Dragon Army, officially international citizen integrated social security force, to secure. A debt refusion theory to be put into practice, taking all private and public debt. If X represents the private, such as if I'm X1 and I'm 10,000 and somebody else is X2, is about maybe more or less or about the same. So taking all the X's, whatever the number is with the Y's, if the letter Y is going to be a country, Y1, let's say Canada, Y2 United States, Y3 Germany, Y4 Israel, and so on. So taking all the X's and the Y's put together give us a number, most likely in the trillions of dollars. Refusing that number, crediting the creation of a global central bank, the bank of the Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Army, which also credited with the 93 trillions of kisses and hugs and washes and massages and push-ups and squats and hawks and marching steps. And then taking that number, creating a universal unit of exchange, preferably by biometrics. The hand, voice, and the eye are unique biometrics identifiers, and create two complementary covenant institutions of the International Integrated Dance League, aka the Dancing Goddess Army, the International Citizen Integrated Social Security Force, aka the Dragon Army, complementary covenant cooperative institution, in order to mass finance and secure food, housing, and transport by the Dragon Army, the three essential elements of civilization. In the fourth dimension, attain harmony between civilization and nature. Mother Nature, the greatest artist, whose trees are 7 times bigger than this rainbow dragon, who's only got a big mouth, they got a small tiny feet, small tiny hands, and a small tiny androgynous little scar, little clit dick, the dick clit. Three tinies, Trinity. Tiny hands, tiny clit dick, dick clit, androgynous little scar, tiny feet. Fourth dimension got a big mouth. But I'm the world's greatest living dancing millennial rainbow poet nonetheless. So creating the complementary covenant cooperative institutions, Dragon Army and Dancing Goddess Army, to work together in a complementary cooperative covenant way. Secure food, housing, and transport, 3 essential elements of civilization. And the how, calling all willingly loving to support in whatever way they can. Social media, online, by wearing red, by wearing green, by wearing rainbow. Say, Adrian, Hannah, Dragon, love you. Like somebody called and said, well, we're trying to make a survey, and I said, you know, you call the World Bank of Love. I said, are you looking for love? Because if you're not looking for love, then I don't know if we got things to discuss, to do together. Because I'm looking for love. I'm looking for love in the right and the wrong places, in the right and the long places. Waiting for a long time, been delayed and procrastinated, been delayed and procrastinated. Too long time, I'm not ashamed to admit it, not ashamed to admit it. I don't remember much, only a few years back and past. It's like I just woke up and the world's upside down. So created 2 complementary institutions by debt refusion, taking all existing private and public debt, whatever the number is, putting it together. Create a global central bank, preferably by biometrics, by working all institutions together, private and public partnerships, as embodied in my democratic fusion. And of course, in a complementary cooperative way, the Dancing Goddess Army, the Dragon Army. Dragon Army to be integrated with all existing public and private security forces, armed forces, police forces, all organizations, public and private, to be integrated thereof, to make sure food, housing, and transport are secured. So those 3 elements, essential elements of civilization, are secured: food, housing, and transport. We can encourage people to work out, train, volunteer, do community work, ensuring the domain, in the public domain, which is right here, of the Dragon Kingdom and the Dancing Goddess Empire and the Dragon are one empire. The Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Empire are one side, the same coin. The sun is the eye of the dragon, which now rises and now sets. Well, we passed another dragon gym here, which need to do some cleaning, and to not forget to bring a bag next time, because it's a bit dirty, messy, needs some cleaning. So now I'm marching back west. For me, for Mother Nature, for the mission, vision, and philosophy of the Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Empire, which are one empire under the sun and stars on earth. So refusing all private and public debt, whatever that number is, somewhere in the trillions, estimate it's a few trillions. created two complementary institutions: secure food, housing, and transport by the Dragon Army. Once those three are secured, we can encourage people to exercise, community work, dance, work out in public, and those who will to distance themselves from others for XYZ reasons, to stay 2 meters apart from others. They can. Distance stay 2 meters apart. Stay 2 meters apart. If so they choose, in the private domain, which is right here. The Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Empire, and the Dragon Kingdom and the Dancing Goddess Kingdom is one empire, one kingdom empire. So create the Dragon Army, the National Citizen Integrated Social Security Force, just like envisioned in my scenario. My scenario that I'm referring to is, of course, the scenario which have created, made and produced back in 2019, before COVID, about 93 days before COVID. Have created made and designed the workout, the new training program, officially titled called the General War Integrated Total Body Training System. AKA the 300 workout. Which was designed, made, and created to go hand in hand with the World War III scenario. Which yours truly has created, made, and produced. In my World War III scenario, the paradoxical, providential way resembles the COVID-19 health and financial crises. and predates it by about 93 days. So after having experimented with different workout techniques, I lost about 65 pounds up to that moment in time. October 2019. But as an independent student scholar of history, wars, geopolitics, civilizations, I've taken into consideration what had transpired up to that moment in time. Namely, the US-China trade war began by the Trump administration in 2018. The subsequent arrest of Meng Wanzhou, aka Cathy Meng, the chief financial officer of Huawei, and subsequent arrest of the two Michaels, Michael Spavor, Michael Kovrig, by China, which were released a month ago in a quid pro quo, unadmitted, exchange Another historical event such as Pearl Harbor, the student and scholar of civilizations, wars, geopolitics, and world peace advocate, paradoxically, an independent security analyst and theorist, I came to the conclusion in October 2019 that we are on a path to World War III. We as in North American civilization, Western civilization, and the world for that matter, so we, humanity, are on a path to World War III. So this was beginning of October 2019. So I'd created, made and designed the General War Integrated Total Body Training System, aka the 300 workout, designed, made, and created to go hand in hand with the World War III scenario, which in a nearly providential paradoxical way resembles the COVID-19 health and financial crises. Now, the first session which I've held was October 17, 2019, and have documented my fitness journey and my philosophies and my theories and my comedy and my art, my dancing online, and so got proof. And being a world peace advocate, paradoxically, nonetheless, also an advocate for securing and insuring freedom. So created the world workout, officially titled General War Integrated Total Body Training System, and I've done my underground room, house and temple, the first session of the workout. I've performed it, I've done it. October 17, 2019, have performed 213 sessions so far indoors, and now in the coming days, weeks, until about mid-December or so, I am performing them outdoors, dedicated few gyms, try to get as much sun before December 24th as possible, After December 24th, days I think they start to increase again, right? Because now they're decreasing the length of days, that is. I think December 24th or so, they start increasing. I think actually December 22nd or so, gotta check. It varies, of course. So just like in my scenario, what triggers World War III is a global financial collapse triggered by a stock market crash. And the stock market crash, which triggers a global financial collapse, is blamed by many nations and states on the Trump administration, on the US, basically on the Trump administration, and by de facto the United States, due to the trade war being started by the Trump administration in 2018. So that is what the casus belli, as it says in Latin, casus belli, cause for war, is the stock market crash, which causes a global financial collapse, which is blamed on by many countries, not all, on the Trump administration and de facto on the United States. And there's an ongoing parallel timeline to my scenario and me performing the workouts and these marches here, which I'm doing as yours truly, Dragon Zero, captain of the Dragon Army, whose motto is, nobody's born a dragon, you become one. Not even myself, with a surname Dragan, took blood, sweat and tears thousands of push-ups, thousands of squats, thousands of hawks, millions of marching steps in steel-toe boots, such as this march here, which is part of it, as I'm turning that A in my surname into an O. So nobody's born a dragon, you become one, is the motto of the Dragon Army. You can be an ally, a supporter, a citizen, subject. You don't have to be a dragon soldier or a dancing goddess revolutionary. You can be an ally, supporter, citizen, subject. In order to be a member of the Dragon Army, you got to be able to do the general war integrated total body training system within the rules. I just turned, I'm marching south now. I'm marching south, south, south. Change direction, I'm on Westminster. Westminster, Westminster. It's a nice green color, nice green. So the rules of the general war integrated total body training system are this, which is required of anybody to be able to do, to be eligible to be a member of the Dragon Army. If you fail, try again. And of course, the Dragon Army, officially international citizen integrated social security force, is what I'm advocating and calling for, just like envisioned in my scenario. In my scenario, which, although it had the destruction and the devastation of the stock market crash and the global financial collapse and World War III event, it also had a reconstruction, rebuilding regeneration, and founding the International Citizen Integrated Social Security Force, aka the Dragon Army, was a major part of it. And since I've seen that COVID resembles in many ways my scenario, and since my scenario did not only have the destruction, the devastation, the turmoil, but it also had the solution. And that is the solution since July 24, 2020, in the midst of COVID, that I'm advocating for. The creation of the Dragon Army, officially International Citizen Integrated Social Security Force, just like envisioned in my scenario. Just like envisioned in my scenario. In order to secure the three elements, essential elements of civilization for all: food, housing, and transport. Once we have those three secured, we can encourage people to work out, to train, to volunteer, to offer each other services for pleasure and for purpose for the body, massages, washes, as I'm offering all my allies and armies, plus with the kisses, and hugs, and poetry and writing and creative creation. So in a complementary, cooperative, covenant way, to create the two institutions. And since July 24, 2020, in the midst of COVID, now my trinity on COVID has been, is, and will be this. First and foremost, do not know for sure what caused COVID. Second, believe it was transmitted from snakes to human beings, what's called zoonotic transmission origins. And third, since don't know for sure, there's a doubt, my belief in snakes being the zoonotic origin is not 100% confirmed. There's a doubt. Since there's a doubt, I cannot rule out another possibility or possibilities such as XYZ, be it a man-made virus, an accident in a lab, an experiment gone wrong. That is my trinity on COVID. That is my trinity surrounding the COVID-19 health and financial crises, of which myself have been in the midst and right in the streets and in the struggle. I did not live in ivory towers or a mommy or daddy financing me. Matter of fact, I've been on my own for many years, struggled, suffered. Adrian H. Dragon died during this COVID. I'm being reborn with every push-up, every squat, every hawk, every marching step. It's yours truly, Adrian Hanna, Dragon Androgynous Pansexual, founder of the Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Army. It's yours truly, Dragon Zero, founder of the Dragon Army. All willingly loving. To join it must be able to do the workout within the rules. So you got 93 minutes to do 100 push-ups, 100 squats, 100 hawks. "100 push-ups, 100 squats, 100 hawks." Three exercises: push-ups, hawks, squats, 100 repetitions for each. You got 93 minutes, that's an hour and a half and 3 minutes. to complete. You can do maximum 13 repetitions per set, minimum 3 or anywhere in between. I've been doing reps at 10 reps times 10. 10 times 10 is an easy count. Gets you to 100, right? So it's an easy count. But you can mix them around, there's no regimentation as long as you do between, or the maximum is 13 per set and the minimum is 3. 13 and 3 or anywhere in between. 10, 7 or 6 or whatever the number is. 100 push-ups, 100 squats, 100 hocks. That's the Trinity. Good luck. I recommend you warm up a bit. Before 10, 5, 10 minutes, 15 even. I usually warm up 10 minutes of marching, jogging, running, walking fast pace. So maximum 13 reps per set, minimum 3, or anywhere in between. So you can do 10, 9, 6, whatever the number. You can switch them around every time until you get to 100. However, another rule, and this is important also, is that you gotta march, jog, walk fast pace in between each set. A minimum of 31 seconds. So once you start the clock, there's no pause, there's no stop. You march, you jog, you walk fast pace. You march, you jog, you walk fast pace. Till you get to 100. Until you get to 100. 100 push-ups, 100 squats, 100 hocks. Good luck. You failed, try again. I've failed a lot of times in a lot of things. I've struggled, I've shed blood, sweat and tears. Lose these more than 77 pounds. Close to 80 pounds down now. No gym membership. No massage therapist. No multi-million-dollar contract. Financial struggle from depression, suicidal. Did it. So these are the rules again. You got 93 minutes to do 100 push-ups, 100 squats, 100 hocks. For that trinity, hocks, push-ups, squats, you gotta do 13 max, 3 minimum, or anywhere in between. Recommend 10. 10 times 10 is an easy count. That's what I've been doing. And so that's what recommend. And there's no pause. Once you start the clock, the 93-minute countdown, and looking for volunteers to build the application with all social media in a parallel life, science, innovation, and technology would have been my chosen path. Diverged in this path is spirituality, philosophy, psychology, sexuality, art, the emotional, irrational, physicality, my chosen path. In that parallel life, which I'm hoping to intersect soon in the coming days, weeks ahead, science, innovation, and technology is my path. In that parallel life, developed, created, made Skynet. So once again, the rules. You got 93 minutes to do 100 push-ups, 100 squats, 100 hocks. For that trinity, push-ups, squats, hocks, maximum 13 repetitions per set, minimum 3. Or anywhere in between. Once you start the clock, there's no pause, there's no stop. You march, jog, and run. You march, you jog, and you run. Minimum 31 seconds. Minimum 31 seconds. In between, you got 93 minutes, so in theory you can march, jog more, walk fast pace. That's the minimum. So once you start the clock countdown, 93 minutes, and countdown, there's no pause, there's no stop. You march, you jog, you walk, you run fast pace. Minimum of 31 seconds. In between each set. So whether you do 13 max reps per set, 3 minimum, or anywhere in between, once you switch the set, and it doesn't matter the order, you can finish the push-ups, get to 100, finish the squats, get to 100, finish the hocks, get to 100. There's no pause, no stop until once you start the countdown. If you fail, you gotta try again later or the next day. So once again, 100 push-ups, 100 hocks, 100 squats. Maximum 13 reps per set, minimum 3, or anywhere in between 13 and 3, 7, 6, 5, 10. Once you start the countdown, there's no stop. You march, you jog, you walk fast pace, you run, or a combination of those until you get to 100. Doesn't matter the order, you can do whatever order you want, in whatever order you want, within those rules. Once again, 93 minutes to do 100 push-ups, 100 squats, 100 hocks. Maximum 13 reps per set, minimum 3, anywhere in between. You don't stop, you don't pause. Once you stop the 93-minute countdown, you run, you jog, you march, you walk fast pace in between each set until you get to 100 for each. Recommend 5, 10, even 15 minutes of marching, jogging, walking fast pace as a warm-up before you start doing the push-ups, squats, hocks in whatever order. Good luck. If you fail, try again if you really want to be part of the Dragon Army. That's the de facto examination, de facto test, the de facto maintenance, and the de facto standard workout, train, and exercising. I feel like getting a burger, but I don't have money. Don't have money to spend. Besides, I found half a sandwich. Which should feed me tonight. Oh, here is the same, it's 156. Here the price of gas is 1 cent higher. 1 cent point 5 higher than the last one. As the light already was pressing 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, just in time. So that's the examination de facto of the Dragon Army, the aforementioned, officially titled General War Integrated Total Body Training System, aka the 300 workout, designed, made and created to go hand in hand with a World War III scenario. Began before COVID, 93 days about before COVID. Started October 17, 2019, the first session. I've performed 213 sessions indoors in my room, office and temple. Now I'm doing them outdoors. This marching, push-ups, this walk. Let's take the hill, march a little bit on the hill. So I want to see a few stars and get a little bit away from this. Is a heavy traffic area, so I was getting a bit CO2 in my face, and I don't smoke cigarettes, and I don't want to smoke more cigarettes. Let's do a little bit of star count. I'm looking for the constellation Scorpio. Today is November 3rd, Wednesday. So it's been 11 days since we've entered Scorpio. I'm a Scorpio. My birthday is in a few days. Millennial rainbow. You can count the stars. You see a few stars. I'm looking for the constellations. I see a few. It's not that visible, but I see a few stars. From the goddess of infinite space, infinite stars above, who sends one kiss to the goddess that dances with the brother of the sun, and whose hairs on the body are the trees and the rivers and the oceans. The rivers are her veins of the goddess by many names, and that kiss turns into 93 trillions of kisses, and I get credited those kisses interest-free to Adrian Hannah Dragan, androgynous pansexual founder of the Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Empire, the Dragon Kingdom and the Dancing Goddess Empire, one empire. Under the stars, under the moon, on earth. And so although I'm living in the worst financial crisis of my life, for my allies and armies, I can give kisses, make you all millionaires, because 93 trillion, a trillion is 1 million million, and 1 trillion has 12 zeros. And with kisses, massages, can dance, can cook, can clean, can write, can read, can animate, can entertain, can wash, hands, feet, body. The body is a temple for purpose and pleasure. That is the philosophy. I don't want to go back, nothing pre-COVID. I died during COVID. Adrian H. Dragan died during COVID. It's a nice green truck. being reborn with every march is this one. With every push-up, every squat, every hawk, every dance move. So I'm reaching out to get those kisses. To my allies and armies, that's what I can give. Kisses, hugs, massages, washes, push-ups, hawks, squats, marching steps, dancing moves. If you got food, I can cook. You got wine, I can serve. You got lotion, we can massage. Like they're watching hockey. Good for them. They want to go back to business. They got millions to make annually. They're good athletes. Some of them worked hard, but the owners, I've been calling to support a Dancing Goddess Army. The NFL calling on tripling the salary for the cheerleaders. Tripling the salaries for the cheerleaders. I'm gonna stay a bit apart from the cars because I'm getting too much smoke. I don't like it. And they could finance mass public transit. The multi-millionaire athletes and owners of the sports leagues, the corporations, the CEOs. Right? See them yesterday, get upset, triggered, they read. They got to read off of paper. Some of them want to go back to pre-COVID business as usual. I don't want to go back to anything pre-COVID. I want to secure, ensure freedom, give the 3 essentials to all, and then make socially reward, build to workout, train, exercise. Do community work. Just like in my scenario. We're building back better. And debt refusion put into practice. I'm gonna move away. I'm getting the smoke again. It's like taking a puff of a cigarette. Not exactly, but close. It's getting chillier, colder a bit. Feel a bit, my feet feeling it now. It's steel toe boots, right? Steel toe boots. I'll feel it more. The feet. lifting a few rocks. We're working out here. Will not work out today, worked out yesterday and Monday. Monday went on a 2-hour march, got some sun. I worked out with the water, barrel. It's a barrel. So just like in my scenario, creating the Dragon Army for world peace, international justice, global security, ensuring global freedom by securing the 3 elements of civilization. Once we have those 3 secured, we can encourage people to work out, train, exercise, dance in the public domain, to work out, train, exercise, and lots of dancing and loving. Love. With consent, of course. To all my allies and armies, free love. Kisses, rubs, massages. I'm not perfect. I got a low aspect of myself too. I admit it. I admit a lot of things. Well, the leaders of the free world don't admit. They got to read off a piece of paper there, put a few sentences together. There's somebody else wrote for them. Nobody else writing. Yours truly, Adrian Hanna, Dragon scripts. You can bet on that. My allies and armies, bless you, love, healing, regeneration, strength to the rest. Keep my holy, sacred, and divine name out of your mouths. If it's not for a blessing. Keep my holy, sacred, and divine name out of your mouth. If it's not for a blessing. Keep my holy, sacred, and divine name out of your mouth. If it's not for a blessing. Stop throwing dirt, poison, and filth in my eye, brother. That's what you're good at. Gossiping. Leaders of the free world. Blah, blah, blah. I was imagining dressed up in rainbow. Dressed up in rainbow dancing around Greta Thunberg and doing Mother Nature incantations, saying these trees are but the hairs on the goddess. Look at that one. 7 times this dragon, rainbow dragon size. But also understand that people's livelihoods, egos, we gotta offer them alternatives. So what do I gotta do? What can you do, allies, armies of the Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Army? And be honest, people need. We got different levels than others. But we got cravings, lusts, physical pleasures that can be fulfilled and that can be offered rather than just blah blah blah. Right? I'm gonna take a bath later. Right? Somebody makes their room red. I love it. See? slogans. That's what they're good at. Fancy, sophisticated language theory. I'm good at that too. Sometimes need action. Action. It's got to be balanced. Should we go for it? Oh wait. Oh wait. Cross on the other side. We're gonna wait. It's gonna turn green eventually. Well, it's gotta. I'm just gonna stretch a bit. It's getting chilly bit. Might put my gloves, but not sure. Maybe not yet. There we go. That wasn't so bad. Working on patience. Want to see if got some cans I gotta bring for recycling. So once again, just like in my scenario, which began October 2019, which resembles the COVID-19 health and financial crises. Now, it's like in my scenario resembles the COVID-19 health and financial crises. My World War III scenario. Tried the solution. That's what since July 24th, 2020 I began advocating for. The creation of the International Citizen Integrated Social Security Force, aka the Dragon Army, in order to secure food, housing, and transport for all. Once you have secured those three elements, we can have encouraging, support people to work out, train, volunteer, do community work, ensure hygiene protocols in the public domain. But my theory of the need for civilizational integration, basically in short, that since 1984, well, 1963, 1947, I've had a lot of specialization, which is good, but that's created a lot of alienation. With the Dragon Army, the integration necessary for the 21st century democratic fusion and public-private partnerships for world peace, we will need to, of course, integrate, encourage people to work out, volunteer, do community work. For example, volunteer to find out how compost is done. Every week I put out my compost. Tomorrow, compost day, put out recycling. Where does it go? How much do we really know about everything, how we function together as a society? A little bit. I don't know it all. I have more questions than answers. I know a little bit. So putting that theory into practice will help create more social cohesion, more joy, or integration rather than alienation. It will of course encourage people to volunteer, work out, train, exercise, and do community work. Integration at all levels of all citizens with all existing levels of society for the greater good. For the greater good. For the greater good. That's what fundamentally stand for. In essence, for the greater good. Sure, I want to be. I'm not fancying myself without vices or being perfect or don't have issues. Because I do. To admit, we don't admit. Look at the NFL. Only 3 months ago, my brother Carl Nassib came out as being gay. He's LGBTQ, right? First one open to play. He's not the only one. LGBTQ for XYZ reasons, right? Peer pressure, culture, whatever it is, right? LGBTQ. He's not the only one. I can actually say even on any given Sunday, on each offense and defense, there's at least one that's bisexual, LGBTQ. I can say that. And not because I'm a Freudian or have my own psychosexual theories, psychological theories. I've lived trauma, experienced being suicidal, lots of trauma, survived a near fatal head wound, black sword, the scientific miracle of neuroplasticity theory, and put into practice by reading, working out, training, exercising, and living proof thereof, coupled with acquired savant syndrome. I get better every day. And we got pressures, financial pressures, where a lot of people are not out of the closet for being bisexual or gay, right? NFL, there's not only Carl Nassib that's LGBTQ in the hundreds of more than 1,700 players. You can bet on that. And that team, at any given time that they play, or any given Sunday, there's at least one on each opposing side that is LGBTQ. I can say that, guarantee. Whether one of the 11 on the offense or one on the 11 on the defense, there's at least one. So when Nassib's playing on the other side, there's at least another one screaming next time on the field, I also am gay or bisexual. Carl Nassib could be perhaps the bravest, fierce motherfucker on the motherfucking field, motherfuckers. Motherfucking bet on that, motherfucker. Finna start rapping. Rainbow motherfucking rap. Maybe we all liars. Keep on listening to rappers that be living in gated communities, man. They want to go back to business. Multi-millionaire athletes. I understand. I certainly understand socioeconomic commercial pressures, even to ensure secure freedom, right? So have food, housing, and transport secure for all people can be encouraged and supported to volunteer, do community work, right? By the Dragon Army. It's a heavy sword, double-edged sword. Sword of freedom. I admit, my tiny hands I'm not going to be able to lift by myself. Path is my friend, oftentimes teacher, the one I love and call sister helps. It's a double-edged sword, right? A lot of things we don't admit, right? Has two edges. One is black. How I envision my sword is two edges, one black and one white, and the handle rainbow. So red, green, and the colors of the rainbow. The handle with the priestess or goddess on a lion and a hawk and a snake. Right? I feel a bit better. I was sick, was moody, upset a few days. I feel a bit better this March. I was envisioning how the Dragon Army securing food, housing, and transport, make sure people, encourage them to wash their hands, give them soap if they need be, give them hand sanitizers such as this, encourage good hygiene on the ground, secure food, housing, and transport, like that train that passed with the cars. I have to secure food, housing, and transport, so this is what I'm calling for, just like in my scenario. Providentially, in a paradoxical parallel way, began before COVID and resembles COVID. Now, myself, I've had COVID back at the end of January until about February. Till about February 20th. Till about February 20th. It was very sick, ill, and disease. It was like pestilence, death, and disease. Before mass testing was available. So that's when I had it. And before it was in the news, but it was the exact symptoms of COVID. I never coughed so much in my life as I did then. And in many ways died during COVID. Although I'm double vaccinated, and when mass testing was available, I went for testing, tested 3 times negative, and then got the vaccines. I think my last vaccine was in June already, so 3 months. Since my second dose already, I'm willing to get the third. Same spot as I got last time in the forehead of the goddess. I got a goddess tattoo. Representative of course, just myself. I'm just a piece of dust. From the white ashes is the goddess who dances with her brother sun, and whose trees are just the hairs on the goddess's body here. Right. Nice red and green colors there. Revolving colors, as in a circle. Inside the house was providentially. I hope they're willingly living to join the Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Armies as allies, citizens, whatever capacity they can. So I had COVID back then. Did I have the variant of COVID? Less. And it didn't affect me this much in these last 2 weeks. Because it lasted, my cough, it's still today. A bit, not that much. I've been healing in the past 3 days. But 3-4 days ago, it was bad. Last week was bad, like from Wednesday till about Sunday. So I isolated. Semi-isolated even now. Stayed away from citizens, civilians. Could be a variant, and because I'm vaccinated, it was less mild. I said it was gonna get worse. I was gonna go get tested again, and having been twice vaccinated, there would be no solution but to wait for the third jab, the third shot, which I'm willing to get. Right. I'm willing to get. Oh, 10 more minutes of marching. Beautiful trees. Look how big these trees are. These trees are just hairs on the goddess's body. Let's give them a kiss. And this one. See? These are the lungs. Lungs. Which we need. Hairs on the goddess's body. But also gotta offer alternatives, right? To offer secure food, housing, transport, and then provide services. That's what yours truly is, Adrian Hanna Dragan. Service. Kiss, massage, tickle, wash, cook, write, read, dance, work out, exercise, learn, read. Oh, so beautiful. Look at that red, yellow. Just how the light hits. It's just gorgeous. Just gorgeous. So that's been a lower body training. My feet, legs. Yesterday trained the upper body, and later tonight is gonna be all the body. Taking a bath. Recommend you take baths at least once a week. Can have a little bit of bubble bath. First, I'm gonna go post the video. This video go eat. Eat something, I'm hungry a bit. So it was the effect of the light that made them look red. A nice reddish texture. It's been a good march. Feel a bit better. I've imagined securing food, housing, and transport scenarios, urging people to wash hands, soap, disinfectant, and increasing hygiene in public hygiene crisis. Body's a temple for pleasure and for purpose. Now, I had COVID entered January 2020, right at the beginning, till about February 20th. It's a very sickening disease. In many ways, I died during COVID. Adrian H. Dragon died during COVID and being reborn. Adrian Hannah Dragan. He was androgynous, pansexual, founder of the Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Empire, which the Dragon Kingdom and the Dancing Goddess Empire won. Under the stars, under the moon, under the sun, on earth, under the heavens, for world peace, international justice, global freedom, and attaining harmony between civilization and nature. Is yours truly's mission for the greater good, is embodied in the universal revolutionary centrism, democratic fusion calling on all willingly loving, a public-private partnership, secure food, housing, and transport. And once we have secured those three, by these two complementary covenant institutions, to be created from a debt refusion, my debt refusion theory put into practice, refusing all private and public debt, creating the complementary institutions, international citizen integrated social security force, aka Dragon Army and the International Integrated Dance League, aka the Dancing Goddess Army. From all existing private and public institutions, calling on the NFL, NHL, NBA, and MLB to give no less than half of their finances from the owners and those who make the most money, the athletes willingly loving. Love these red chairs here. I don't have space anywhere to put them. A few red chairs. I don't know if they're for taking. Or what? Can I take one? Are they for taking or not? I'm not sure. The way they're put, I'm gonna see if there's a mark on them or something. Are they for the taking? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 red chairs here. I'm not sure, but I like red. Is my favorite color, and I like them. Yeah, they're for the taking. I'm gonna take a red chair. See? No, don't tell me it's fresh paint. No. Somebody had put them out for the taking. thank you. There's a few more there. So I'm gonna use it to do art. Gonna disinfect it. So get back to headquarters. Disinfect it. I use it to do art, to work out, to train, exercise on it. And maybe put my old one out next week or whenever it's for the taking. See, and I'm just gonna put it down there to rearrange, and this video is about to finish anyways in a minute. Again, get tested, get vaccinated. Yours truly, Hana Dragon. This has been a special March. It's been a special march for world peace, international justice, global security and freedom. And yours truly is about to love you, love you, love you.